They sent me their plan, and you won't believe what was in it.
He's the man, knows what you need. Water, food, security, greed. No surprise when storms expand. Local prepper is the man.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will get straight into it. Let's see if we can do this in one take. So during the protest slash riot slash destroy all personal property to detract from the 250th anniversary and party for the U.S. Army, there was an organization out there that decided they're going to do whatever they want to do. 2,000 cities. I'm not going to bore you with the things that you already know, but here's what I am going to do is I'm going to share you with the things that you don't know, and that was their plan. Not a joke. Going to switch screens in a second. Going to show you exactly what they sent me. Now, what they sent me was this Google link to their document. That talks about all the things, and as you can see on the screen itself, these are actually like the different little categories or categories. And what I've done is I've taken that and put that onto a web document so that you can actually see it. Each one of these little different little sections. They had a plan. It wasn't that great, and I don't think that they're getting the traction that they thought they would get. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so like I was saying, this top piece is the actual. It's a screenshot of the actual the different documents that they had in their Google account. Now, first one is, as you know, we're walking into the largest nationwide protest in American history with little to zero strategy slash coordination. Well, I would think if they had a website with 2,000 different sites, they had some kind of strategy and coordination, but clearly someone who wrote this document doesn't think that they do. I would also present it to the person who wrote this document or anybody else that doubts me that one, you didn't gain any traction. All you did was show the people how stupid you are and how you're destroying things. That's literally about it. The next thing is that you're clearly full of crap because the largest gathering in the United States ever was the Million Man March. Now, the National Park Service says that it was 400,000 people, but the University of Boston actually did a study on it afterwards, and they found that there was anywhere from 1 million to 1.1 million, making it the largest gathering in the United States ever. So, know your facts. Now, that reason alone is why past protests have done nothing to bring indefinite systemic change to how American operates, or no more than that. And obviously, this has been written by somebody who thinks they're intelligent, but it's basically 12th grade because I can just barely read it. And if you guys don't know anything about 12th grade these days, it's not so good. All right, let's see here. There are 8 tabs for this document, trying to read as much as possible. The very last tab is the QR code, so you can print flyers. Yeah, they want you to print flyers. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the first tab. So after the march, when the rally begins, follow these instructions. Don't move, don't react, don't break, do not sit down, link arms, stay still, siphon media, focus. Very interesting, huh? Let's see here. Force the media to be able to cover only 2 things: the actual advocacy and the brutalization of Americans. Well, if you're on the left, that's probably what they recorded, mainly what's the word I'm looking for? Mainly peaceful protests, right? Okay. Well, the brutalization of Americans. What are they showing people? People who got shot in the eyes. People got shot in the dick. People got shot in the reporters that got shot in the leg. That's what they're showing everybody. The lamestream media doesn't want to show you the hundreds of the whole buttloads of police cars that were set on fire. Yeah, they don't want to show you that stuff. But this is what they're sending out to people. So they actually do have a plan to do all these things. Ask for a loudspeaker or signal a trainer to guide the group. A coordinated equals focused change in perception. It didn't work. This is just words to these people. The media profits off rage. Oh, let's play to the media. The system thrives on chaos. There is no system that thrives on chaos. These people thrive on chaos. They want us to move, to react, to fight back, and that's exactly what you did. So your instructions were completely useless. That gives them the footage to twist and the lies to spin. But in fact, it's the left that twists and lies and spins. It's kind of so refuse, And link arms, stay grounded, not literally. Do not sit down, which is a lot of what a lot of them did anyway. Do not move, do not run, do not give anything they can use against us. Apparently, that includes walking around. So I'm sorry about that. However, it's our reality. So stand your ground. Now, let them show the truth. Unarmed Americans. Really? Because standing still, brutalizing. Listen, if you go to a legal protest and you're wearing a bump helmet and a black backpack with a freaking hammer in it, or if you're wearing a gas mask, then you came there to fight. You came there to make your voice known regardless of what the rest of the world thinks. You just don't care. Now, they want you to share and amplify, and they were using hashtags of protest safety, hashtag no kings, hashtag link arms, hashtag stand still. And you know what? I'm even going to use these in my video so that these people can know that they screwed up. And oh, by the way, how did I get this? Well, they were dumb enough to send it to me, and I didn't even apply. All right, let's see here. We've seen this before over and over. Black Lives Matter. There was blood on the pavement, but no systemic change. Well, that happened again. Roe versus Wade overturned. Marches lifted streets. Still no protection for women's reproductive rights. Well, once again, you had no effect. Queer rights protests for decades still denied and threatened loss of basic freedoms. And none of that actually happened, and you had no effect. And let's see, what do we got? A modern protests fall into a trap. This is interesting. The media frames us as angry mobs because that's the way you portray yourselves. Public tunes out because they don't want to hear your shit. And the system survives because it's stronger than you are. Standing firmly in place solves that. Do not interact with those inciting violence. You know who's inciting violence? You and your handlers. It's like a retard wrote this and they don't know that there's a mental disability involved. We're not here to make noise. We're here to make history. And you did not. In fact, most people, let's put it this way, Broseph, you're not trending. You're done. You don't understand the cycle. It's that easy. When media wants rage bait, you know what? We're not even going to go through this anymore. As none of the America on human rights violations watch list, the world is watching. No, they're not. We control the story by controlling ourselves, which they completely failed to do. I don't even know why they sent these instructions to anybody. Nobody paid attention to them. Now, what to wear? Black or neutral clothing. Try your best to blend in because black clothing always blends in, right? That's pretty dumb Antifa brain foolishness. Layers or makeshift padding, hoodies, towels, etc. Yeah, so you can stand in the California heat and sweat your nuts off. Masks protect identity. Notice that's the first thing they did. Protect identity. No one's coming after these people. Nobody's doxing these people. No, but they know what they're doing is wrong. Where we at? Google goggles or swim glasses, safety glasses, eye protection. Well, I mean, if you're not there to throw rocks and act foolish, then you don't need eye protection. Comfortable shoes. Be ready to stand for hours. That's the only thing in this list they did anything that made sense. And looks like they prepared. They prepped for this. Water, snacks, phone, brightness down, airplane mode on, location off. Because you're so stupid that you don't understand that none of that matters because they can still isolate your phone and say you were there. If you don't believe me, ask the J6ers. These people are like running around like fools. Towel or bandana soaked in water or vinegar for tear gas. Yeah, if you know anything about tear gas, that doesn't work. Dumbass. No ID if you're worried about being identified. Only essentials, please. So make it so you can't be identifiable. But let's arrest them, let's book them, let's charge them, let's get their fingerprints. It goes in the national database. Now it doesn't matter if you have your ID on you or not. These people are so dumb. It's not even funny. If people around you get angry, help keep them grounded. Signal one raised fist. Stand still, hold line, stand your ground. Breathe together. Count in fours. Kumbaya. An appointed marshal. Calm, clear communications who can keep order. These are the people who need to who need access to the megaphones, speakers, etc. Yeah, these are the people that they target and identify for removal. These people are dumb. A chant, we're not going to do the chant. That's just crazy. Loudspeaker. De-escalation is so important here. Remember the cause. But what you actually ended up doing was escalating it every single time you started one. Let's see here. If someone gets hurt, they talk about some basic stuff. So basically, the medics look for green tape on arms because that's how they identify their medics. Know where the nearest hospital is, urgent care. Write it on your arm. Assign people in each group to guide the injured to a safe zone. Witness something. Record it. Everybody's got their damn phones out because they don't have any common sense. Send to trusted legal orgs, the ACLU, the NAACP, the NLG, and share it on social media because you just want to create drama. All right, and they talk about somebody's injured, take care of them. All right, so how to spread the message? The message. Do you not? You don't need 100,000 followers. You need 10 people who trust you. So basically, the pyramid scheme: 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and somehow it goes viral. Put it on TikTok, X. Put it where you can. Got some more hashtags for you down here. Your local officials that support your cause. Smaller to mid-sized creators, no. Larger creators, no. Actives, yeah, whatever. This is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. And there's the QR code there if you wanna print out a flyer and be a moron, have fun at it, you know. Okay, so with that said, the reality is that this protest riot gained zero traction, did not detract from the U.S. Army's 250th birthday celebration. And it basically did nothing. And in places where it got out of hand, let's see, it led to a couple of shootings where people actually died. You actually pissed off somebody on the far right, and they drove their minivan through your crowd. This is what happens when the idiots of the world are allowed access to the arms of power. They believe that somebody is up in a high place listening to them. If this were real, they would not be required to be paid any money. We have all seen the things on Craigslist. I think there were a couple on eBay. It was just the craziest thing. And for those that did decide to get paid, you might want to check your local laws. And I think there may even be a federal law that says that you're not a paid activist, you're a paid protester. And that's illegal in some places. So you might want to have your trash in one bag. Somebody might come looking for you who wears a badge. All right, guys, do me a favor. If you like what I did, do me a favor. Put something in the comments. As usual, hit thumbs up on the way out the door. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
When central power rules the game, when thoughts controlling freedom's name, when the governed lose to government might, tell me who's got the wrong kind of right.